President Nicolás Maduro had vowed that come hell or high water, he would elect a constituent assembly. But in the face of scathing new allegations of vote rigging, the swearing-in ceremony was abruptly postponed and turned into a simple gathering of delegates. This just hours after the firm that makes Venezuela's electronic voting machines confirmed widespread claims that the vote count on Sunday's elections had been inflated by at least 1 million votes.
We know without any doubt that the turnout of the recent election for a national constituent assembly was manipulated.
As expected, the president of the Electoral Commission, widely seen as a government loyalist, dismissed the charges as irresponsible.
These statements were made in the context of permanent aggression incited 2 weeks ago against Venezuela's Electoral Authority, which, as well known, includes a sanction the US government imposed against me as president of the Electoral Council.
Even before the results were out, opposition parties, who all boycotted the election, had predicted the numbers would be grossly altered in a bid to give some legitimacy to a process widely seen by the international community as a government power grab. On Sunday, I asked the Electoral Council president why, for example, they had eliminated the use of indelible ink as a safeguard. She said the usual ink providers had refused to do so, but that it was unnecessary, since anyway the electronic voting machine was tamper-proof. But the only independent member of the Electoral Council, Luis Rondon, is adding his voice to those who question the transparency of the process, saying he can't vouch for the results, arguing there were too many irregularities. He's demanding a full audit. The opposition-dominated Congress, whose days are numbered if the Constituent Assembly is installed, went further.
The National Assembly will open an investigation, and we will also formally request that the Public Ministry open an investigation into members of the Electoral Council for this very serious development.
The president says the Constituent Assembly will nevertheless be installed on Friday in the same legislative palace as the Congress, for now in separate chambers. Even though Maduro dismisses the fraud claims, the allegations have clearly struck a sensitive chord. So much so that the president has ordered a full audit of 100% of the votes, even while going ahead regardless with the installation of an assembly that will have the power to rule supreme. Lucia Newman, Jazeera, Caracas.